Hello, everybody, and welcome to our next Survivor Australia versus the World podcast. I'm Civilian Arc. As always, joining me on this very strange week of Australian Survivor, we got, of course, Angie, EG, and Siren here. How you guys doing?
We're doing well.
Yeah,
Alright. So, this week we'll be going over episodes 4 through 6 of Survivor Australia versus the World. A lot went down this week. A lot of talking points need to be brought up, a lot of new stuff going into motion, and some very big tribal councils. So, let's get
some
straight
big
in.
twists,
Some
right?
big points here. So,
Before we begin, I think we have to get rid of someone from the podcast. Everyone draw a rock.
oh yeah, true.
We have that bot here.
Suri gets rocked out.
Yeah. I had to make the joke once.
Yeah,
Because now
think
the jokes are gonna stop, and it's just gonna be full on angry.
Yeah.
I think we might as well talk about it. But first, I'll provide a little context if you haven't watched it, but you probably should. I don't know what the fuck you're doing not watching it yet, but basically, what went down.
Why would anyone not watch the episodes and watch the podcast?
I have no clue.
That's crazy.
But basically, what happened is JLP came up and said both tribes are going to tribal council. One person on each tribe wins immunity. For World, that was Parvati, and for Aussie, that was Sarah. And so they both tribes went to tribal council. And then when they were getting ready to vote, JLP was like, "Whoa, wait, that's not what we're doing yet. We're doing something a little different." Which, for all you Australian Survivor fans, that is either going to be the most glorious thing you've ever heard or the most horrifying thing you've ever heard. Is tonight's going to be a little different. That is the most polarizing quote you could ever hear in the history of reality television. And so, basically, what happened is that each tribe drew a rock, and the odd rock out had to compete in fire making for the tribe to actually get risk at elimination at tribal council. So for World Tribe, it was Sari, and in Aussie Tribe, it was Sarah, which is stupid. Sarah has immunity. She shouldn't have to do that bullshit.
Okay. So, before we even continue, I'm going to say something, okay? Because this is what bothers me the most about this twist. I know some people are going to think it's stupid that this is what bothers me, but am I the only one that feels like they got lied to? Like, straight up?
No, yeah.
Like, he was like, you're both going to tribal. This is like if in Survivor Thailand, if people have actually watched that. I'm not going to make the joke, but like,
No,
if the fake merge was actually like
probably
said,
never watch it.
this feels like. It's like you guys are both going to tribal. No, they're fucking not. One is going to tribal. Why did we even do this? What was the point?
Yeah, it was basically like reversing the challenges. So you had individual immunity and you had tribal immunity second, which makes no sense.
And then tribal immunity is like the worst thing ever. Like, I'm sorry, they should have been allowed to
There's
pick.
a million different ways this could have gone. You could have picked a representative, which would have been interesting. It would have had, both tribes going to tribal would have actually made sense if both tribes voted on the representative. You could have had the individual immunity winners play for it, which would have made the individual challenge actually matter. So like Sarah against Parvati instead of Sarah versus Suri. Like anything other than rocks would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We got the shittiest possible version of it.
I think the most painful. I think this will be the most painful moment to watch in the show. Will be that fire making competition. Just
Oh, yeah.
watching Suri, and like I'm gonna
It's
give
not
it to
over
her.
yet. It's not over yet.
I mean, it's not over. I'm gonna hope that's the most painful scene. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're telling me, like, and I'm saying this, that out of all the fucking people on that world tribe, they pick Suri.
The one person to lose in fire making.
Yeah. Now it's
What?
the second time.
Honestly, I'm just going to dub this week Rock Week. That's my title for this week of Australia.
There was a lot of rock action, to
Well,
be
yeah,
fair,
there's
in the
like
following
No,
there
episode.
was like
yeah.
there was 3 rock
Just
draws and another rock thing. So
I just
And Siren, you were in all 3 of the rock straws. Isn't that crazy?
yeah, I know, right? All 3 of them. Maybe this is a sign that I'm gonna get. Oh god, this is going to lead me. A little bit of a side note. This is a funny org statistic. I have been to rocks 15 times. I've been rocked out 14. So that you guys are like, he's Tommy. I'm like, well, Tommy's getting rocked out now.
I'll go to rocks for you, Siren.
Please no. Wait, no. I don't like that. It always goes wrong, but no. I mean, no. This is
Yeah.
the worst part about episode 4 for me, and I think it's the same for everyone. If
Yeah.
yes.
if it was normal, if they got to choose a representative and they still lost, I would have accepted this as like maybe the most enjoyable tribal council of the entire season. The tribal council is honestly my favorite. I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me or not. Like, I hate that that the events to it are so horrible, but like the actual tribal council is probably the best one.
I still think episode 2 and maybe episode 5 are my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
don't,
this was
I
really
agree
good
with
as
this
well.
one.
This was really good. The
Yeah.
shoe idol is iconic.
I don't think there's
I
a
think-
single bad tribal council so far. I'd say like if
no.
the tribal councils, not the episodes as a whole, but the tribal councils, if you look at it just as the tribal councils, all of them are like 8 out of 10s at least,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I definitely agree there.
I think my least favorite tribal is
The George tribal, probably.
it's
Yeah,
the
mine
George
would be the
tribal.
George tribal.
Yeah, George
I still
tribal
don't
is probably.
I still don't think it's a bad tribal, but like you gave this man like a 10-minute podium, which is like like Tony deserved his moment because like that was actually important and caused people to scramble. George is just talking and no one gave a shit.
I feel like that's a very George-esque thing to do at travel though. So it's like kind of nothing new to me, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, look, maybe I think the shoe idol is the funniest fake idol play I'll ever see in Survivor history.
Yeah.
And the fact
Yeah.
that people actually almost bought it as well. Like, you
This is
saw
what I'm gonna,
genuine scrambling occur after the shoe idol.
this is what I'm gonna state. If one of the international players didn't have it, I am fully convinced that Tony would have gotten away with that. If Cass did not have the idol, I think Tony gets away with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
Cass
think
knew.
yeah, I think what I would have done, and I think Tony does a great job with the chaos he brought, but I think what I would have done is try to actually gauge who felt nervous about it and who didn't. Because there were people like Parvati and Suri who were obviously like, wait, does he actually have something? And then Cass, you can visually see Cass doesn't really care all that much because she knows she has it. So that to me, that's like, oh yeah, just pin it on her.
Yeah, and then maybe you could have
Yeah.
bluffed that, oh, Cass didn't have a reaction, so just say she has an idol
I mean,
Yeah.
and try to convince the Americans to to take her out. That could be something.
The thing for me that could have technically happened, but I'm gonna say I think he went for the best move. His best move was trying to convince the internationals to save him. That honestly to me was probably the best move. Because like if the Americans even vote with him, it's still 3-3. And then Cirie and Parvati are just immediately leaving Tony behind.
The thing is though, the internationals were never gonna save Tony.
No.
Over Cirie.
I mean,
Cirie has better relationships with every single international, except maybe Tommy.
I'm 100% convinced that if Parvati didn't have that necklace, Tony would. I think they would have genuinely considered it. It's not 100%, but like I think they would have considered taking out Parvati at that moment.
Because what it looks like is I do think Parvati is more of like the head of the dragon, but it like Parvati's like the head, and then Cirie is like all the living innards of it. Because
Cirie's the brains.
Yeah.
Cirie's much closer to these people than Parvati is.
Yeah.
I honestly think...
And this will factor in when we do power rankings as well. This will definitely factor in.
Honestly, for me, this is going to be my statement, although my power rankings say something different. I think, although I do believe Parvati has more power in this game, that Cirie is technically playing better.
Yeah.
I agree.
Cirie's playing the best social game on this cast right now.
Because...
And I'm not surprised either.
Oh, neither am I.
Like, the thing with Cirie, and this is what I'll always say, is that Cirie, and this is Cirie's curse as well, because I think this is the only season it may not happen. Cirie just needs to win the final immunity. I'm gonna stand on that hill. I think Cirie will make it to the final four because Cirie is expected to not win it. And if Cirie wins it, she wins the season. That's just the Cirie thing, It always happens. Or Cirie gets, like, triple idled out. I don't know.
I think if Cirie has a single immunity necklace ever, I think they should just cancel the season and give the win to Cirie automatically.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna state this. I don't think Cirie is the worst physically on the cast. I think this is Cirie's best physical showing. I know it's not like...
Lisa was?
Yeah, Lisa's the worst, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even then, like...
Lisa is just a worse Cirie at everything, pretty much.
I mean, didn't Cirie beat Sarah in that reward challenge?
He did!
Yeah, to be fair though, Sarah could have gone a lot longer.
But
she beat all the other Australians.
And then Cirie beat every Australian in that one challenge in episode 4. I think we're underestimating Cirie. She may secretly be getting... She may have trained. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like...
Alright. So we talked a little about the twist. What are your guys's... Angie, what are your thoughts on the twist?
It's honestly so fucking pointless. Why the fuck did Sarah win an immunity necklace? Because it makes sense. I mean, I get like Parvati being safe, like after the World Tribe lost, but like, why did they have to have both tribes like have one immunity winner? It's so dumb because like it just like feels like Sarah's immunity win. It just feels like it's so null and void. I just wish with the fire making they did what they did in All Stars, vote out someone, and then those guys go to fire making. Whoever loses goes. So yeah, that's what I wish happened.
EG, what do you got on it?
It sucked. That's what I got on it. There's a million different things they could have done, and it sucks that a season with such a good cast needs to have these manufactured moments. Like, these people are exciting on their own. You don't need to have a million twists to make it exciting. It's the same issue I had with Winners at War. I said to you guys as well when the episode aired that this was the average Winners at War episode. In the sense that, yes, it's really fun because the players are amazing. Because Tony pulls out a fucking shoe idol. Of course the episode's fun. But it's fun in spite of what production tried. Not because of it.
Yeah. I think this twist can best be summed up in this quote I found on The Simpsons, where it says, "We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas." So I think
honestly, they
The
should
worst
try
part-
nothing.
Honestly, the worst
Sure.
part is I actually see what they were going for with this twist. Like, sometimes when a bad twist is done on Survivor, I don't see a point. I kind of see a point on this. I know I'm gonna get like chucked out of a window for saying that. The point
Yeah.
was to try to
Yeah.
have both tribes still communicating about a vote before the merge vote so that it could cause drama. That was the whole point of this. There I under
There's still way better ways they could have done this.
I think
Yeah.
the worst
No.
part is that the also, Siren, your mic is starting to chop up.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the worst part about this twist is that in the regular immunity challenge, the world kicked Aussie's ass. Like, Australia, I'm pretty sure the entire people who were on the world tribe lasted longer than Sarah did.
Yeah, we
So-
were shit.
Yeah, although
Like-
again, Sarah had to drop out because she won. Like,
Yeah,
we don't know
yeah.
how long
Yeah, they
Sarah
did-
would have gone.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you for sure, but
Hmm.
it's I do like. There's just so many better ways to do this. Even if you wanted the stupid rock.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm gonna make. We should do it away, and one tribe wins, the other tribe has won. Should have done. I can't make.
All right, Siren. You need to replug your. You
Yeah.
need to
You should
replug your
probably
mic.
I will be back.
probably exit out of a VC and then rejoin. Yeah.
Yeah. Good call.
Oh.
Okay. I'd say what they should do, and if they wanted the stupid rock draw, and if they wanted just the actual randomness of it, let's say
Which I don't
fine.
agree with anyway, by the way.
Which I don't agree with, but let's say they wanted to have their way, they wanted to have their cake and fuck it too, and whatever. Here's what you should have done to make it even averagely fair. You could go to still have them vote, but have them vote someone did not do fire. So you could vote out Sari to not be a part of fire and vote out, I don't know, Janine to not be a part of fire. And there's no, because everyone on Aussie Tribe was, aside from Janine, was going to win fire against Sari. Like, all of them have played almost. All of them have made deep runs, and Sari just is not good at fire. That's a very objective fact. I don't.
By the way, loved Sarah's swinging method.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was so goofy when
Nice.
Sarah did that. I was chuckling the whole time, and then it fucking worked.
You
Yeah,
know
no,
what?
She got
Sarah
inspired by Cowboy from
won
Cook
me
Islands.
So Sarah won me over in one episode, but that one move, I was just like, okay, you're not
If this-
annoying anymore.
She's
If this-
she's finally getting better. She's smartening up for you. You know, she's like being innovative and creative
Well,
new ways of
Yeah, and I
creating
can't wait to
fire.
see
Like,
what she does at the
look,
merge,
we can
right?
all go on. We
I
can
mean,
all go
yeah,
on.
no,
We can
it's
go on
such a
Survivor
good
and
job
make
to do
fire
her.
like that, and then we can win, just like Sarah. Like, let's use Sarah as an inspiration, guys.
if
No, this is the
if
thing. I like stupid players. What I don't like is players that are super indecisive and annoying. I'm okay with stupid players.
look, I think we still have some stuff to talk about Sarah for this episode, but I will say kudos to Sarah for that plan. That was a genius move by her.
Yeah,
If
Let's
Is
someone,
there anything to talk about with Sarah?
I
oh
think
yeah,
there
oh
is.
yeah,
With
there
episode
is.
There is.
4? I mean, she
There
kind
is.
of just
Yes, yes,
beasted the
yes.
challenges and
No,
that's it.
No,
no.
there's something at the very beginning where
start of the episode, Sarah does her thing. She goes to Janine and says, "Hey, let's vote out Kirby," and then immediately backpedals on wanting to vote out Kirby. She's like, "Wait, no, I take it back. Let's not vote out Kirby."
take it back. I take it back.
Let's
Please
vote out
don't
Johnny.
ruin my game. Please don't ruin my game. Don't go to Kirby. The next minute later, Janine goes to Luke. We should go tell Kirby. No. I don't know what she was thinking there. That is like the worst thing she could have done.
Oh man.
The first Sarah's not only backtracking in her confessionals and with her votes, she's backtracking mid conversation.
This is like Olympic tier
I remember,
backpedaling.
I don't know if this was in episode 4 or episode 5, but she had this conversation with someone, and then, like, mid-conversation, she said, "Oh my god, I'm overthinking this," or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And then threw out a different name.
Was that the one? Is that the one we're talking about, or the other one?
It might be the same, I don't know.
It might be the same, it might be different, but no.
It's the
Yeah,
same
she threw out
thing.
Kirby, and then she backtracked and threw out Shawnee.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going up to someone that's in a very obvious pair, and you're just like, can we get rid of those two other people? They're not gonna trust you when you're backtracking mid-conversation. I don't know what to say. I don't know why she didn't start with Shawnee in the first place. They just
made it to the merge, and she has the opportunity going into the merge to fix her game and make a truly deep run, right?
Mm.
Yeah. I'm so excited to see how Sarah doesn't merge. She's gonna do so good. She's gonna get this total redemption arc. I'm so excited.
She's gonna win.
Anyway, I don't care about Sarah. Hashtag Tommy had a character moment. Yay!
All right. Before we get to episode 5, I do have one question for Angie and EG specifically.
Okay.
What was worse, this twist or Brains versus Brawn Final 12 twist?
Oh.
Which was the Final 12 twist? There was like so many of them in that early match.
The entire episode.
Yeah, Brains vs. Brawn is worse.
I'd say Brains versus Brawn, because should I just say it? Should I like outright say what happens?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because I mean, I get like the people get like making fire, like that kind of makes sense, but like just for like to vote, that's pretty stupid, and it's just one person voting, and they have all the say on who gets out. It's so fucking stupid. I think that's way worse than what we saw on Sunday.
I think it's the worst one we've seen.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
telling me
Brains versus Brawn.
You're telling me they basically went, this is Big Brother week, we have an HOH?
And you're gonna have an aneurysm when you watch Brains versus Brawn 1.
That's why we have to do like a voice call, like for watch party for Siren to watch these seasons, because Brains versus Brawn, you cannot watch Brains versus Brawn alone, or else you'll lose your fucking mind. You will.
Yeah. I wish I didn't watch it alone. Holy shit.
You know, if we watch Brain versus Bronze, you guys have to record it. We're getting sound clips from me.
Brains versus Brawn, the first week of the merge, is 100% the worst week of Australian Survivor.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
No
So,
discussion.
absolutely.
I'm so shocked people think that's
And
the
it might
best
be the
season.
worst 3-episode stretch in global Survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Aside
let's
from like, yeah.
let's look on the bright side, okay? As long, honestly, I think there's a realm where Twist gets so horrible that it's funny, and I hope it just goes into that realm for my sanity.
No.
No, okay, because I
If
still,
if Do
I
or
still,
Die hasn't made you laugh, then I don't think anything will.
because I still think the funniest twist for me in Survivor history, the one where they were like, "This is the rich tribe and this is the poor tribe," because they believed it was gonna work.
All right.
Wait.
Now we can move on to episode 5, and episode 5 is when we merge and we get the auction merge. And if you've watched Australian Survivor, merges, auctions are very fun, funner than Jeff Probst auctions, because Jeff Probst has no personality. Anyways, so yeah, this auction is probably one of my favorites. We get Kirby molding about popcorn. We get the Luke
Which is funny.
The Luke v Parvati stare down, which is incredible.
A top 5 scene of the season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the whole auction may just be. I'm gonna say it's the best episode opening of this season for me. Is the auction? It's just fun.
You know what I loved about the auction? No one was going to lose their vote if they ran out of money.
That's true. That's so true.
I think my favorite part about the auction. This is someone. This is my first Australian season when I say this. I am so happy that they did not try to pull any insane bullshit with like advantages and shit in this auction.
Pretty much all the
Like-
auctions are like.
Yeah.
The
Like-
worst you're going to get is you have an advantage hidden in the food or something like that. It's not
No,
going to
Yeah.
get
I honestly vibe with
worse
that.
than that.
Like my point is like there should be a reason to buy everything. Basically, is
Yeah.
kind of like the point. Like if everything random is fair, because like in America, it's just like the last item. Here you go. Like no, I just want an
Oh
auction.
no,
where people-
the auctions, it's very much an old school auction
yeah.
in Australian
And now-
Survivor.
And
I
now in
will
like
say-
modern American auctions, it's just, oh, we pull out a random number and someone loses their vote. Ho, ho, ho.
I will say I sort of had like a flashback moment when Parvati went to the camp and they pulled out that advantage because I was just like, new era stuff. Oh no! My immediate reaction is like immense fear.
So yeah, knowledge is power is back. This isn't the first time that it's been an Australian Survivor. It happened actually the most recent season.
Last season. Yeah.
In Brains versus Brawn 2. Although I have to admit that was used much better than US Survivor ever used their knowledge is power. But yeah, now Parvati has it. So
Thank you for reminding me that Brains vs. Brawn 2 exists, by the way.
True.
It's a season that happened.
It's basically it's going to be the Survivor 49 of Australian Survivor. No one's going to remember it.
It's the Guatemala of Australian Survivor.
Yeah. Guatemala.
Yeah, so now Parvati has that, so she has the potential to have 2 idols on hand now, which is crazy. We've already seen Parvati with 2 idols once before, and that was one of the greatest tribals of all time when she had those, so maybe we'll get more generational TV out of that. Other content we had is obviously the big Kirby versus Sarah showdown. Unfortunately, Sarah fans and all you weirdos who had Sarah as your winner pick, Sarah kind of got cooked. I'm sorry to say.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
sorry,
real.
Siren.
I don't think it was a showdown. I think it was a massacre. I think that is the
Yeah.
more appropriate term.
Yeah, it was
I
very one-sided. Sarah didn't expect it. Sarah didn't see it coming.
Sarah was like, I
Yeah.
haven't done anything to Kirby. Kirby won't do anything to me. We're best friends. I never said Kirby's
Outside of
name.
that one moment where she threw out Kirby's name in the last episode to Janine, but then backtracked on it.
We don't talk about that. That's fake news, says Sarah fans.
Oh man.
I mean, the Kirby and Parvati power couple is going strong though, guys. Don't you think that's gonna go really well?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the
Yeah,
final
Absolutely.
Black
two.
Widow
That's
and
gonna be the
Black
final two.
Mamba.
I will say, I think this is one of like the funniest but subtle things about the season. How the entire cast is just like, yeah, Cerise with Parvati. It's expected.
And nobody
know it.
fucking does anything about it. Jeez.
I'm stating this as the most confusing thing to say because this is such a weird statistic in my head. Cerise has more votes than Parvati. What the fuck?
I mean, that actually does make sense because you'd think
I mean-
pre-merge that Suri would be targeted for challenges, but
It's not, but it's not for
regardless,
pre
the fact that no one has like seriously tried to break Parvati and Suri is fucking stupid.
Okay, to be fair, I'm
This
gonna
is
ask
like-
this question. I'm gonna ask this question when we get to episode 6. I think there was a somewhat genuine attempt. But it was not
Yes.
trying to get rid of Parvati. But there was a genuine. I think the thing is,
I mean,
And
to
this is-
Rob, I guess.
like, this is how I feel about it. The reason I think if someone is going to go from that duo first, this is going to be my prediction. I think it's even episode 7, honestly, with the way the edit is going. Parvati is going to idol herself, and then Suri is going to go. That is honestly kind of how I predict where this is going. They're going to mainly target at Parvati, and then Suri's
Did
just
you
gonna get shot.
fucking say Suri will go to the final 4?
I mean, yes, but like, if Suri is going home, it's because of Parvati, her affiliation
Yeah.
with Parvati. Like, there's no other way. Like,
Keith Nail move.
look, episode 5 is fun for me. I feel so bad for Luke though. He's just like, friendship, Australian strong. Do it for the country. We can do it, guys. This will totally work for the country.
Luke has been clocked and stopped at like practically almost every vote this season.
Luke is 0 for 4 incorrect
Yeah.
voting so far. Although
Yeah, the thing is though, Luke is
Yeah,
0 for 4, but Luke is kind of. I mean, his reads are right.
yeah.
What he's saying should happen. It's
Here's
just that
my-
no one's fucking listening.
Here's my thing. If Luke does win the season, I think he wins the same way Sandra won her season in Samoa, where Sandra was like, I kept telling you all, get rid of Parvati, get rid of her close allies, but none of you fucking listened.
I was gonna talk about this in my power rankings, but I think the way for Luke to win this season is to go to the final without any other Australian. Because that way the jury's gonna be 4 Australians out of 7. And he's gonna be like, I wanted to be Australian strong. Just like Sandra was with the heroes.
I don't
It's a similar trajectory.
I don't think Luke is going to win that way. If Luke does win this season, I think it's going to be because he successfully takes out Parvati and Suri. I think that's kind of what they're going for. Although I will say this, it could be Janine now. I don't know. It could be Janine's cooking in the kitchen. Janine stepped up out of nowhere.
He's
Godmother
godmothering.
Godmother was juicing up the
Congrats on a
the
good
jungle.
episode out of 6, I guess.
Thank you, Janine. You made me drink boost juice twice because you were like just godmothering this week.
I do want to say I do want to say this real quick about episode 5. Is it me or was the episode 5 edit trying to make fun of Kirby to prepare us for episode 6? With
I
the
think it
Yeah,
was
I
necessary.
think in hindsight, episode 5 is the why Kirby loses the game episode.
yeah,
Yeah.
like especially with the conversation where Luke is like, "We have to stay Australian stronger. You're going to be
Yeah.
next." The
And
foreshadow.
I could also see it as a why Australia loses episode.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
By extension.
realistically, Kirby flipping on Australia at that point is not good. And since Kirby essentially aligns herself with Parvati, because Parvati isn't as close to everyone as, say, Suri or even Shawnee, nobody is going to care if Kirby goes. And that's exactly what happened. No one batted an eye at a Kirby vote.
Well, it's also because Kirby ostracized the Australians. I think Kirby should have been way more honest about what they were doing. Kirby made 2 people look stupid, which was Luke and Janine, and I just don't think that was smart.
Although,
Because
can
it was
we talk about how good that vote count is? You go
Yes.
for a 5-5 tie vote, and then the 2 minority from 2 tribes combine and make a 4-3-3. That is crazy.
I think the most impressive part about that vote for me. Now maybe we'll see. I don't think Suri got any pushback for what she did, and nor did Parvati, I think. Or Shani. I think
I'm pretty
it
sure
was just her.
Suri looped the internationals in,
No, like
and
I
that's
think
why she didn't get any pushback.
yeah, no, Suri was like telling them like this is what we're being told and I'm probably going to do it. And like that could have been one of the worst moves of the season, by the way. If the Australians were smart, they could have used that and took over. But no. We got to get rid of Sarah the moment that she's becoming a good character in the season.
Wow, you're so sad about Sarah going now.
I'm not sad about Sarah going. I think Sarah and Kirby going honestly open up the entire season. Like they're both good characters, they're both fun, but like this opens up the season now to explosions. In my opinion. Or the most depressing steamroll of our lives. Because if Shani goes next, then well shit.
I think it's more likely to be the second one, but
listen to me, okay?
hopefully it's explosion. Hopefully it's explosion.
Is it weird?
I mean,
I'm gonna say this.
Parvati is publicly showing off her idol in the promos. It cannot be that lame.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I think I may get flack for this. I think the most well-placed Australian right now is not Luke. Now, I think he's the most likely to win out of the 3, but he's not the most well-placed.
Yeah.
I think the most well-placed is Janine, and it's by a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Janine was able to contribute to that vote in episode 6, built a great relationship with Suri. Yeah. Luke, you can't call someone well-placed who is fucking 0 for 4.
Yeah, I mean...
no one's including him.
Honestly, I'm saying this. Now, this is like a wild take. I think that there's now a world where Janine can win this season. It is a very, very hard world to get to, but it is possible now.
I do think she has a chance to. I'm not gonna look at like edit, but I think in terms of like actual placing, I do think she has a solid chance.
Like, if Janine somehow got to the end with like Tommy and Lisa, that would honestly be a slam dunk, probably.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, just purely on the fact that there's 4 Australians on the jury.
It's
And
not
that
just
Janine would have probably played a lot better than both Tommy and Lisa as well. Like, she would deserve to win in that final 3.
okay. I'm gonna say this. A quick power ranking spot. I'm the only one that didn't put Tommy at 8th. I'm the only
No, I
one.
put Tommy at 7.
Now I put him at 7 for one thing, which is if episode 7 is a good Tommy episode, maybe he has a chance.
Yeah, agreed. I have Tommy at 7 for the same reason.
Slight chance
My
that
power
Tommy-
rankings are. Go ahead.
There's a slight chance that Tommy. I'm saying a slight chance. I think if anyone is going to blow up this game, it is Tommy. Now I know that's stupid to say, but let's think about this, okay? We have the 4 women, like the like from the World Tribe, right? We have Suri, we have Parvati, we have Lisa, and we have Cass. Tommy is starting to realize, like, hey, if all the Australians go, my game is fucked. I can't have any win equity because I'm gonna get dragged by Cass and Lisa and then just lose the cast. So there's a very viable option that Tommy just goes balls off the walls this episode in the fear of that. Because I think
Tommy's gonna get the Jackie arc.
Yeah, like honestly,
Oh, Jackie.
this is going to be like I'm kind of at the point where either Tommy burns out episode 7 or he makes it to FTC. It's one or the other. We'll find out.
One thing I do want to say about episode 5 before we officially move on to episode 6, although I guess we already did, is that the immunity challenge was in my opinion, a top 5 Australian Survivor immunity challenge scene. That was... we haven't seen a lot of weather moments in Survivor for the past 10 years. And to just see that stuff come back, it was a great episode. I will say there's some contention about the winner of the challenge winning by rocks, but I think it's
the best they could have done.
Yeah, I don't mind too much. It was either that or give all 4 of them immunity necklaces, which would have been equally silly. But I don't think much.
Probst would have done that.
I think I would rather rocks than 4 immunity necklaces.
I think all 4 of them, no matter who wins, I don't think it changes much because I think it was always going to be Sarah going at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of Cass getting votes, it's Lisa getting votes, and instead of Janine getting votes, it's Shawnee getting votes, but that's about it.
I think Tommy was going to win that challenge anyways. That's my statement. He was the most.
Tommy glazing is crazy.
Yeah.
If when they were going over the shots of everyone getting poured by the rain, he's the only fucker that's not moving. He is just in the same position the entire chat.
That's true.
That's something to add to the resume.
It's something. He did a challenge that got. Honestly, yeah, I don't think there was a win situation there. You can't redo the challenge because of the tide, and all 4 of them are exhausted as hell, and they need to be able to strategize for the vote.
Yeah.
It's a horrible situation.
They should have. Here's what they should have done. They should have gone. No one's immune. Everybody's vulnerable, and then the 4 of them do a fire-making tournament at Tribal.
Oh my fucking god.
Semi-finals.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Shut up.
I hate you so much.
Rock draw for the semi-finals, and then you play 3 different fire-making challenges.
No. Here's what happens. For the rock draw, you get to let Sarah do fire for you.
One of you gets Sarah, one of you gets Sari. We gotta recreate the moment. It wasn't good enough time. Let's go, let's go.
All right. Siren, any final words you have for Sarah before we go to episode 6?
For episodes 2 and 3, I said stuff about Sarah.
Yes, he's lost the words.
I still don't regret what I have said. I think Sarah is going to obviously be the worst person, the weakest merge boot in this cast, and I will stand by that statement. I think Sarah is an interesting character. I just think her whole character arc is being annoyingly not decisive. That is Sarah's whole character arc. Them getting me annoyed, they succeeded in their job in the edit. This is how I feel.
All right.
Merge confuses me even more because she talked the least in the merge. Like, I don't think she did much.
You had 0 confessionals
The
in her
one
episode.
the one
I think
time,
they just wanted to focus on Parvati and Kirby.
yeah, the greatest survivor couple ever. That definitely will last for a long time.
Yeah, we love seeing 2 queer women like get together, like talk strategy, like make those social bonds like they do, like
And make the end
just
together,
thrive in
yeah.
yeah. Like,
We gotta
fuck
make the
this
end
thing.
together. Suri
They're
is
gonna be like
totally
they're gonna be tight duo. They're gonna be like bread and butter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to go super well. Kirby's definitely not going to experience something that she has experienced before. The foreshadowing is not crazy in this moment, guys. What are you talking about? There's no foreshadowing.
Episode 6, and unfortunately, we lost my winner pick. I am sad to say that I am wrong. That I wasn't
no.
winner pick. Although she won in our hearts. She was Kirby's. I know Siren
Moment of
can't really.
silence.
I know. Yeah, moment of silence. Man, I sure do love that popcorn idol.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Is it not
Imagine
just,
if that advantage came back. That would have been so cool.
is it not just me that thought there was going to be something in that popcorn? I was very amazed.
I think all of us were.
All of oh, trust us. All of us are surprised, Siren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the
Let's move on. Let's move on because I really want to talk about the popcorn stuff, but Siren hasn't seen it, so
Siren hasn't.
we
Siren
can't really
doesn't know.
talk about it, unfortunately.
Doesn't know. So a big thing that happened in this episode, and I think it sets up. I think episode 6, aside from the Kirby betrayal, episode 6 is a lot of a setup episode. You can see Parvati and having a lot of cracks within the World 3 division, kind of set up by Janine. Janine did incredible this episode, I think. She set up a lot of inroads with a lot of the world players.
yeah.
And this episode was mainly Janine, and then the influx between Kirby and Parvati, where, Kirby talks a little bit about her duo with Ferris.
Infatuation.
Yes. Obviously, we can't talk too much about the Ferris thing because Siren hasn't seen that either. But honestly, I kind of liked that it affected her arc at the end. It was kind of a great way to end it off. I do think amongst all the Aussie players that have played this season, I think Kirby's the one that should come back the most. Everyone else, I think, has ran their course.
Yeah.
I think Kirby's the only one that
To be fair,
has some.
I wouldn't mind seeing no one come back from this. I think even with Kirby, I would not mind if this is the end.
I wouldn't mind
But
either,
it's
but
Australian Survivor, so somebody's gonna be back from this crew, 100%.
that or we get like fucking Moana back and
No, why?
Or TVR Mark plays 5 times or something.
Yeah. So, yeah, how do you guys feel about the episode?
It was a tragic romantic tale, I would
Like
say.
Romeo and Juliet. It's a top 10 anime betrayal.
Yeah.
And I'd say. I really was vibing with this relationship that Kirby and Parvati had. Like, I was hoping I feel like these two were like really like tier contenders. Like they would go. I was hoping they'd go balls to the wall together and go all the way to the end. I don't know if Parvati betraying Kirby would be good for Parvati's game anymore because they're at the jury phase and Kirby has some past trauma. So I don't know if it's going to come back to bite her in the ass if Parvati makes FTC.
I think
But
Kirby
well done to
respects the
Janine,
game enough to vote for Parvati in the end, if Kirby thinks Parvati's played the best game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well done to
I
Because-
think Kirby's like hug fake out for Parvati was more of a not like a I don't like you and
A
more
show.
of a yeah.
I'll say
and
this.
also the fact that Kirby mentions actually no, I won't say it. I caught myself.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I think Parvati. I think this is. Oh boy, this is a weird statement to say because it's still a good episode for Parvati. I don't think this boot was in Parvati's best interest, but I also don't think there's anything she could do about it.
No.
That would have been smart.
no.
Because like,
I
if
think
she
it's
played,
entirely possible Suri would
Yeah.
have gone home.
yeah,
I
if
don't
she
think-
plays that idol, she maybe loses Suri, which is
I actually thought she was going to play the idol in Kirby.
I don't
I-
think. I think it's in Parvati's best interest to save Kirby, but I don't think Kirby's worth it to play the idol on. Like she's
No.
it's a risk to lose her. It's not that big a risk to lose her.
yeah, like I think the reason Parvati did it, and this is where I'm gonna give some props to Suri. I think it wasn't Suri's best interest going like Parvati because Suri was like, wait a second, no, you're supposed to be me. What the fuck? Final 3. I can't beat both of you. Stop.
Kirby was the Shawnee to Parvati and Suri's Kirby Sarah duo.
Yeah, like
If that makes sense.
yeah, exactly.
I don't want
The
you to
thing
have
is
another friend.
like because like the thing is like I think although I am going to say the Junior's move, I think kept the ball rolling because the internationals would never gone for it if Suri didn't go for it. That's what I'm gonna say. Because if I'm correct by the timeline,
Yeah,
Janine tells Suri, and then Suri went to the internationals. If I'm correct.
yeah.
I don't. I think with Suri is that if Suri is either getting idled out or going to Final Four and getting eliminated, I don't see a universe where Suri is eliminated off a majority vote. Parvati wouldn't go for it. The internationals wouldn't go for it. Aussie Tribe really has no reason to go for it. I know Luke voted for her, but that
There is
like,
one.
you have no reason to vote
scenario-
for Suri.
There's one reason. This is what I'll say. I think that they didn't show this. I think the reason Luke did that was just in case an idol got played, and because he wanted to not be seen with Janine that episode. Because they did like agree to like, we're gonna split off for right now.
Yeah,
And
they
go to
divide and conquer.
Yeah, like, which I think Luke got the short of that by margin. Not gonna lie. I think Luke got kind of scared.
Yeah.
Like how he does it every travel.
I just God. The thing with Luke is like he has no power, but he has this edit.
Mhm.
So why does he have this edit? Where is his story going?
He
If he doesn't,
does have an idol, so there is the possibility that he just goes balls to the wall at the end.
Yeah.
honestly, there's a possibility for episode 7, and I'm just gonna say it. I think all 4 idols may be played in one episode.
3.
Because if
Wait, who has the
Parvati
fourth idol?
There are 3 idols.
Parvati has 2 idols.
Do we know if they hit another? Parvati has
No,
two
Parvati
idols.
has 1 idol.
Yeah,
Parvati,
Parvati only has
Cass,
one.
and Luke. Parvati, Luke, and Cass have one idol. Do we know if they hit a merge idol?
No one's found it.
There is also we don't know what Cass's scroll is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
It could be like the start of a hunt. But like no. I think at the very least Luke, Parvati, and Cass are all
There's
going
4
to play the
idols.
idol. And then if there's a merge idol, we'll get played. Because this is gonna be my
If
prediction.
there's a 4th idol, I will be very pissed off.
I mean, in my opinion,
We do not need a 4th
I-
idol.
yeah, in my opinion, I think the merge idol was the podium idol because it could be found by both tribes. I think that was like the merge idol in quotation marks. Because anyone could have gotten it technically. Someone could have just walked up and like.
But why was there a
tried-
clue only on the world tribe? Or was it,
Yeah.
I guess, not shown if anyone found it in Australia?
No, I don't think anyone found it on Australia. I
But,
think
like-
I don't think there's a merge idol. I think maybe it's like a idol mechanic, like if after an idol gets played, it gets hidden, like kind of like how Kagayan's super idol came to fruition.
Yeah. I mean-
But I don't think we're getting 4 idols. If we do,
No, I'll be
Uh,
very pissed off if a 4th idol comes into the game. Because somebody's getting Sareed if that happens.
Yeah.
But like,
although
episode
there's
6.
no way an
Saree
idol
again.
I mean, I think what could happen is that Suri ends up going home in like a very wacky vote where Parvati, Suri, Luke, and Cass all get targeted because they're like the 4 like most likely to get targeted, in my opinion. And it just like all blows up where like Suri only gets 1 vote but has to go home. Which would be
do you
fitting.
do you guys have anything else on episode 6, or do we want to move on to like week 3 stuff to talk about?
I will say that I think it's an interesting choice to make the episode about Parvati. Like, edit-wise. It's a 6-2-1 vote. The move is made by Janine and Suri. Why the fuck is this episode about Parvati?
Yeah.
Just something to note. I'm not saying she wins, but she's very clearly shoehorned into being the main character this season.
Yeah. Like, her confessional count is way higher than everyone else's in this season. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's like
And like
what
this
is
was
she
a
at?
round where outside of the choice on whether to play the idol on Kirby, she had no decision making power.
Yeah.
Mm.
like it could have gone from a 6-2-1 to a 6-3-1. That's about it.
I mean, maybe this is a huge maybe for me. I think it's a very small chance. It may be an indicator that party's about to. They're building up
What?
the party so that someone gets Parvati out and they become the main character.
Yeah, it's either she wins or she's the huge move that somebody claims and wins.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's
it's
how I
weird.
base my power rankings too.
It's weird
Alright.
because like I don't know whether or not it's a good storytelling move to give Parvati screen time on episode 6. Because that's the one weird thing about episode 6. I think that was the perfect time to give Janine and Suri, two secondary characters, a proper role. But no, I guess not. Like, Janine needed it, but you know.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just not
Yeah.
winning.
They didn't give enough discounts for Channel 10 for the juice stuff or whatever. All right. Week 3, let's talk a bit about going into week 3. What do we think Cass's scroll is?
I don't think it's an idol. I think it's an advantage. I don't know what advantage for.
Yeah, like an extra vote or a steal a vote, something like that,
Yeah,
probably.
maybe something like that.
You know, I'm gonna say the wild route of the episode. I think it's going to say that 2 people are going to be voted out, but there's going to be a fire to decide which one actually goes, and you
Fuck.
can't vote.
No!
Oh my god.
It's true. I'm
How
calling
many
this.
fucking fires?
It's gonna be something that either involves fire or affects this tribal council. It's going to be something like that. Like, for all we know, she opens up that slip. This would be it's going to be something like that. It can't be an advantage. I don't think it would be an advantage. I hope it is just that, but like, there's no way. I'm sorry.
All
D-
right. I think my theory is kind of similar to
Cass-
Siren's. I don't have
Cass will be able to challenge anybody, to a fire making challenge and eliminate them instantly, and she just eliminates Suri.
If that actually happens, I will throw hands. That would be the most bullshit elimination in Survivor history, maybe.
It's the most Suri elimination you could possibly
That is
imagine for this
true.
season.
We would have to. We would have to change the Suri term. Instead of being the only person not immune, it's you have to do fire. You've been Suri'd.
Guys, may I introduce you to the James Clement idol? Get someone medically evacuated so they have to do a final tribal council instead of a final 3. All right. My theory on the scroll is basically this. I think I'm kind of on the same boat as Siren, but I don't think it's going to be fire. I think we're going to have the first immunity challenge, the first tribal council, and then we're going to have a second immunity challenge and then a second tribal council, because we know Australian Survivor loves this. I mean, Siren doesn't know, but we know Australian Survivor loves having these immunity challenge happens in between tribal council. We saw it happen in HVV. We saw it happen in.
They're basically trying to recreate heroes versus villains every season now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that
It's not going to happen, but
that could very well be there. Oh well, there's our chance to have that catch that lightning in the bottle again.
I mean,
And that's going to be my theory. The thing is, I don't know why that scroll has anything to do with anything, though. If
I
My
think
thing
the whole
with the
point
scroll-
is that they're tell them that they have 2 tribals in a day, maybe, if they're doing that, because like it makes sense. There's only like they're like what? It's like day 10 and there's 8 of them. They have to speed it up.
Oh wait. Oh holy shit. I think I might have figured it out. I think I might have figured it out accidentally.
What?
You know how sometimes people can get a scroll and know what the immunity challenge is beforehand so they can
Yes.
practice?
Yes.
Well, guys, welcome to a 7-person fire making challenge with Cass having pre-game knowledge of it.
I swear to fucking God, if they do that.
No, it's not only will Cass have knowledge of it, but Cass can pick an opponent, and she picks Suri.
You know what? If they do a 7-person fire making challenge, assist being helped by another contestant should be allowed, just so Suri has a chance of getting out of it. Parvati just like walks over to her fire. I'm not letting you go home. I'm saving you, bestie.
Suri calls to the jury, Sarah, help me out.
Please help me, Kirby. I didn't get you out. Help me, Kirby. Please.
I didn't get you out.
I didn't do it. I voted myself last tribal. Please.
You have a vertex.
She pulled a KJ.
Oh no. Well,
Speaking of Final 8 Tribal, we actually, as we speak, just got a new promo of what the Final 8 Tribal Council might look like.
I did
What?
see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
If you're on Instagram, check out Survivor AU's Instagram page. They just posted a new promo. Shows a bit of a live tribal going on. Also shows JLP getting soaked in the rain. If that's what JLP fans are into. But yeah, it looks like finally it's going to be a really hectic tribal. It's hyping up to be.
That's why there's no fire civ the rain. They can't do what they plan to do. The rain.
Oh, you're
They
right.
can't conquer. No rain. Rain.
Well, they could just do what Edge of Extinction did and do it in the voting booth.
Well, JLP start.
You know, I'm gonna say this. I know it's not gonna happen, but imagine if they open that screen and they're just Sarah and Kirby. Well, after you guys left Tribal, they did a fire making, and one of them's coming back, and then Kirby just comes around the corner.
No, the scroll is that Kirby and Sarah get to vote on someone to get eliminated. Crazy.
And then Kirby is just like,
And then
"Hey,
they
Parvati."
don't agree with it. They don't agree on it, and it's a 1-1 tie.
And they get
Kirby-
removed
And
from the jury.
so they have to go to rocks.
All right. All right.
Let me know.
What else for week 3? Yeah, I think we got all of that. We could go into power rankings now. All right. Who wants to go first? All right.
I can
I'll
go.
just
Okay,
No,
EG.
Okay, so my power rankings are based on just one thing, and that is Parvati is the main character. Parvati's getting all the glazing in the edit. So that leads me into either Parvati's winning or the person that takes out Parvati is winning. I only have 3 people who I think can genuinely win this season. So one is Parvati, obviously. And then my number 2 is Luke and my number 3 is Cass. Luke, I've already explained. I think Luke is getting this weird edit for no reason, even though he's not even a part of the game, really. He does have the idol. He is likable. He can go to the end with, like, 2 internationals and pick up the Australian jury votes. And maybe they're just trying their best to justify a really bad Luke game ending up in a win. And then with Cass, we do have this sort of like rivalry storyline with Parvati. Cass is Parvati's biggest competition threat. I could see it. And I also think Cass is the one person who, like, she's played well. We know if she's at the end, she can make a good case. And that a quiet edit would also be justified because she played Survivor Quebec. No one's seen it. No one cares about Cass coming into the season. So they want to give the bigger names screen time. I know Civ cares about Cass, but a majority of people did not.
Bro, come on, man.
I mean, yeah, he really cares about Cass. Can't wait to be reading some podcast group chat comments later.
Yeah.
Regardless, though, I do have to rank the other people as well, even though I don't think any of them can win. I have Suri at number 4 because Suri has played the best game this season, in my opinion. She's very well positioned. Everyone loves her. No one's targeting Suri, like, seriously. I know she got 2 votes, but I don't think she's under big threat to be taken out. The situation with Suri is just that she has to win final immunity, and it's not going to happen. So that's why she's at number 4. And also, if Suri won the season, the edit would be glazing Suri, not Parvati. They've played the same game. They voted the same way in every single tribal. And Suri has better relationships with everybody. So if Suri won the season, I think she would be the main character. Shoni and Janine, 5 and 6, interchangeable for me. I mean, Janine had a great episode. I will say that. Janine had a fantastic episode 6. I just think it's too little too late. And then I have Tommy above Lisa because Tommy is actually trying. And we could see something big in episode 7. So I wanted to at least take him off the bottom and put Lisa on the bottom because Lisa's actively not playing the game. Lisa's just a number for Suri and Parvati at this point. So losing finalist possibly, but definitely not winning.
Shout out to that one YouTube channel who's like trying to hype up Lisa, and it's just not working out for him, unfortunately.
Lisa's a fucking dud this season. I don't know. I do want to say, because I haven't seen New Zealand, I'm sure Lisa's a fantastic winner and everything else. This season, she's a dud. She's easily the worst character of the season.
Is she a character?
Who's Lisa?
The worst whatever you want to call her. Just the worst.
At least Tommy is a character. He's getting some screen time.
Tommy's a cool guy.
Yeah,
Tommy's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
and Tommy probably makes next episode interesting.
I mean, the thing with Tommy is, and I'll state this, I don't think that objectively in this game Tommy has done anything wrong, and objectively he's positioned well and doing well, like, considering the circumstances that he was in. But, like, he just hasn't been a main character. Maybe he's the one that takes out Parvati, and he's the main character now. Get the Tommy hype going.
Look,
it's not gonna happen.
If Tommy takes Parvati out in episode 7, I put him number 1 going into episode 8. I'm not even joking.
But no, I guess I'll jump into my power rankings now because I have a comment about Lisa that I'm gonna say that I have a theory about Lisa that I've told you three. But obviously, I have Parvati at 1. She's the main character. If she wins, it makes sense. They're building it up as a huge possibility. Luke is number 2 because Luke is just. I would say Luke is the second most liked on that tribe. Luke just exists. Like, he can not vote with you and no one gives a shit, apparently. I don't know. I don't have Cass at 3. I have Suri. I don't know. I have a feeling that Cass's story is being built up as Parvati is going to take Cass down and not the other way around. Sadly.
I agree with you. It's just, which is like Cass has a story with Parvati,
Yeah,
which means
like
that if it's not that, Cass wins the game.
no, like I'm in agreement. It's just
That's how I'm basing it.
when it comes.
But I do think that the more likely outcome is just that Parvati steals Cass's idol and takes her out.
Yeah, like the thing with me for Suri is her edit. It's not super strong, but it is good, and they always like make an effort to try to put her in an episode. So I think there's a reality where Parvati gets taken out like near the end game, and Suri just kind of like crescendos naturally into the main character spot. It's sort of unlikely, but Suri is still playing the best game, and I see a scenario where Suri ends up making the end because Parvati is at Final Four and they have to take out Parvati instead of Suri. Like, maybe. I have Janine at number 5. I would say, I would argue that Janine had the best week 3 out of everyone. Honestly.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, Siren, you're fast forwarding through time. We've seen week 3 already. She's got a stellar week 3.
Or sorry, week 2.
Yeah.
She's the best player of week 2 in my opinion. Like, yes, she got blindsided in the Sarah vote. I guess technically Suri is the best player of week 2 in a way, but like she's definitely the top 3 for this week. I think that she has a really good chance of making it far in this game. My one critique about Janine is that she maybe should have gone to the internationals first instead of Suri. Because that would have won her more connections. But I understand why she went to Suri first, because like I would say Suri and Janine are in the same like character archetype, if you get what I mean by that. Not really physically strong, but they focus on like trying to be strategical and like control the votes. At least from like what I've been told. Shawnee is number 6 because like, is it just me or do I feel like she's getting shafted by the edit? Like, yeah.
She's. You kind of saw that episode 1 too. Like she was a target for episode 2 and 3, and yet nothing really came out of those episodes, which is weird because it's Shawnee.
Like the only screen time she mainly gets for week 2 is agreeing with the Sarah vote and agreeing with Luke. The only time she seemed to get screen time was because a bigger player was also there, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, Tommy is number 7. I'm gonna make this case, honestly. I feel more confident about Tommy than I do about Shani, because they're trying to. I feel like week 2 is a good setup for a Tommy burnout, or like a Tommy slowly rising up the ranks and being a losing finalist character. Because like, he's clearly been involved. He's clearly in the loop about everything. I think we all agree with that. Like, He knew about the Sarah vote probably because, like, Tommy's just
I
like
think all the internationals knew about it.
Yeah, Tommy's in a weird spot where I think everyone wants Tommy to be with them. Because, like, except for maybe, like, Parv and Suri. And I think if he uses that correctly, he may not win this season, obviously, but I think he could go far. And I think there is a genuine weird scenario, because I know we've been talking about how the Australians could stop an international from winning. I could see the internationals doing the same against the Australians. It's less likely, but I could see it. Where, like, Tommy is up against, I'll say, Janine and Shani, and Tommy just fucking steals it. It's unlikely, but, like, I have more faith in Tommy than I do Lisa. Because I am genuinely considering that she could be medevac at this point. Because, I don't
6
know,
days
like...
left.
That's
She just...
There's 6 days left. I don't think so.
No.
This is my thing. And this is why I say that, like, this is a new era comment. She kind of gives off the same vibes as when Carson was sick. Where, like, she's just not physically in it right now. She may not get medevac, but, like, something's clearly... I don't think she's, like, been feeling well. Because, like, she couldn't even do that one challenge in episode 4. And then in episode 5 and 6, she was the first one to bail out. Like... Would I want Lisa to do something in this game? Yes, because it would be fun. But is Lisa going to do something? No. Maybe there's a universe. Now, this is the one universe I think could be, is if Tommy and Lisa just go batshit together. It's not going to happen, but it would be funny. But, like... But if I have to predict the next boot, I think it's going to be one of the top 4. And the power rankings, because I think we all have, like, the same top 4 arrangement, whether or not we agree on exactly where it goes of Parvati, Suri, Luke, and
yeah.
it's like one of those 4 is going to go. Now, I will say this. I think everyone needs to start worrying about Cass. I think the moment Cass loses a challenge, she should immediately play her idol and people should immediately target her. Because, like, if I'm correct, so far for every immunity challenge, she's been near the end, at the very least.
I think she's been at least second in every one.
He's technically won 2 individual immunity challenges. I'm saying 2 because, like, let's be clear. I'd say, like, universally you'd agree all 4 of those people won Final 10 immunity, and it's just like Tommy got the necklace.
Yeah, they all... I mean, and to be fair, it could be argued that she actually threw it to Parvati for the deal, because she does accept it.
No.
I do think Cass was
challenge. I think Cass was gonna drop anyway and just agreed to the deal because might as well.
I mean,
I'm gonna lose anyway.
I mean, I'm gonna say this comment. I think it's insane. I think the 2 comp beasts of the tribe are fucking Parvati and Cass. Based on challenge performance.
Yeah.
Because Luke, as much as you would expect Luke to be, he's getting his ass kicked.
I'd expect at least...
Luke is washed.
Dude, he sounds like he's giving birth.
Every challenge.
No, guys, he's pulling a George. He's coming in hot with his dad bod, okay?
I mean,
just give him some time.
Okay, to be fair, I will state this. I do think, because he did survive the ocean one, I believe.
Yes.
I'd say expect at least 2 more endurance challenges, because there's going to be one at FIC. There's always one at FIC.
Mm.
And then I think there's going to be another at either final 6 or final 8.
Yeah,
and I do think Luke fares a better shot at the non-endurance comps. I don't remember Luke being too good at endurance challenges. He was often puzzle guy.
I mean, is it weird for me to say this, that I think I understand why the man's in pain, because he's the tallest there, and that competition clearly is not fucking built for the tall people? I think we need to put that into consideration.
Isn't Luke like 6'2" or something?
Yeah, exactly. He's 6'2", and they're like, okay, you're in this small space now. Have fun. Like, I don't think he's supposed to win those, if you get what I mean. He was not built to win those. I understand. Because, like, Parvati and Cass are the perfect combination. They're not too tall, and they're fit. I just...
Angie, do
no.
you want to give out your power rankings?
Hi, welcome to my power rankings. So number one, I think this is a shock for everyone here, but it's Parvati, the screen queen of Australia versus the world. It's very apparent that she's getting a shit ton of confessionals, a shit ton of screen time. She's got a shit ton of advantages. Like, I think it just feels like a Mickey Mouse win for her at this point. The second and third, I think I'm with EG, but I kind of switched it up with Cass and Luke. So I have Cass at 2. I think Cass is like a well-rounded player. She's like a comp B. She's got like a fair few advantages. Like, I think this is a fun rivalry that's going on between her and Parvati. I think it's just something I'd like to see happen. And I feel like she's more likely to like maybe well, I don't think she's gonna like she might lose this like whole rivalry like this whole like war. I think she's more likely than Luke to, you know, usurp Parvati. Third is Luke. So this man's been clocked and socked every tribal council. He's always been in the minority. He's mostly been blindsided at most of the votes. And yeah, I think Luke Luke's edit's weird. I do agree. I think he might do something he might pull something out in Endgame, so he's not like a whole, like, obvious losing finalist or something like that, where it just doesn't go his way. I think, there might be some inroads for him in the future. I think next episode is even gonna be proof of that, given that I think the Wild Tribe is gonna have the cracks. Fourth is Cerise. Cerise definitely playing the best game. I think she's like a strategical mastermind, and she has like all like really great social connections with everyone. But unfortunately, the edit is not like they're just shafting her, unfortunately, and they're making it the Parvati show. But I don't think Cerise winning. I think Cerise gonna have like a really obscure. She might lose fire again. I don't know. She might get Sareed. She's gonna have an obscure tribal council where she gets voted out. I don't know if she's gonna make it the end. Number 5, I have Janine. She had a great week 2. Week 2 siren. I think she's played a really, really good social game, making inroads with Kirby and Sarah at episode 4. And then she talked to Sari and some of the Wild Tribe, and, like, she even, like, messed with Parvati's head a little with the casting. So I think that's, like, a one-up for Janine. Like, the godmother is godmothering. She's juicing it up a little. 6 is Shawnee. It's unfortunate that she's getting shafted by the edit, which is not a very Shawnee thing to see. So 7th is Lisa for me. I just don't know who Lisa is anymore. Like, she's a who to me. I don't know. She's like an enigma. I don't see like much of her gameplay going through, so I don't think she's gonna win anything. I think she could be a losing finalist for all I know, or she could get out very, very soon. I don't know and I don't think she's gonna get medevac. I think it's gonna be a little sad for like an epic season, like a season of epic proportions to have a medevac. I don't know if it's gonna be my favorite thing in the world. And then 8th, I have Tommy. I think Tommy's gonna cook his own game with his blow up in the next tribal council. I think with his like call out to poverty. Look, I think there's like a trend every Sunday now with like all these world men going up against poverty, like really crashing out on her in the tribal council and then getting voted out. Like the first week we saw Rob do that and then he got voted out. And then Tony did it the week after and he got voted out. And then I think Tommy's like the next one to go. So I think that's where like Australia finds like inroads as well. So I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that's why I kind of had Tommy 8th, unfortunately. So yeah, that's where I sit.
All right, fair enough. All right, I'll go with mine then. All right, so, in my so, hold on, I'm gonna edit mine real quick. Just a second. Okay, that's better. Okay, and my top spot, number 1, I have Lisa. I think. Oh wait, no, I'm reading that backwards. My fault. And my top spot, I have Parvati. In my top spot, I have Parvati. I mean, Parvati's just having such a main character run, so I think obviously she's the front runner to win. Now, I do think if she does win, I think it'll be under like Survivor 47 circumstances where she kind of has to win a bunch of immunities, play an idol to stay alive. I don't think Parvati. I think these next 2 episodes are going to be Parvati losing power and then her just fighting on the rope to survive, I think, is what's going to happen. I do think if I had to like give it a percentage, I think Parvati is in like a 75 percentile range. And number 2, I have Luke. He's not playing good. Definitely not. But I do think Luke is in a solid spot socially. Obviously, strategically, he has some flaws, but I don't think he's playing an all-time bad game. And I don't think people are going to be looking at the 0 for 4 stat and saying, yeah, Luke shouldn't win, because there's obviously a lot more going on than that stat implies. I mean, his first tribal, he was in a tie, so that's debatably 1 for 0. He knew George was going home, that's debatably 2 for 0. The only one I think he was full on the outs for is the Sarah vote. So I do think there's a lot more than what meets the eye for Luke's game. Number 3 is Sari, and I think I think amongst everyone, Sari is playing the best game so far. She has the most connections. She has the best social game out of everyone. Obviously, the edit isn't doing her any favors, but if you look at just gameplay, I think Sari's the person to look out for. I do think Sari is going to be the victim of next episode. However, if Sari does survive, I think she's locked in on my top 3 though. At 4 we have Cass. Moving on. At number 5 we have Janine. Janine had a great week. She played very well. Got on a lot more socially, so there's a lot of quality there. Number 6, we have Shawnee. Shawnee's weird because theoretically Shawnee should be playing an okay game, but no one's really working with her, and she doesn't really have that much of an edit. I don't know, it's just it's weird for Shawnee to be this quiet because even when no one's working with her, she still has like a voice in episodes because Australian Survivor loves Shawnee. So I'm the fact that Shawnee isn't even getting like the minority edit is kind of surprising. For number 7, I have Siren. I think Siren has the opportunity to have some big voice in this next episode. Obviously, it looks like we're hyping up a potential Tommy versus Parvati episode, and I think if Tommy loses that battle, he's cooked. But I mean, as we said, if Tommy does take out Parvati, he moves up in the rankings a lot. So, and at number 8, I have Lisa. Lisa's just not playing good. I'm sorry to say it. Lisa. The thing with Lisa is that as a super fan going into a game like this, you're going to believe you're surrounded by sharks, and you can either be one of two things. You can either be a piranha in shark-infested waters, or you can be those like fish that clean the shark's teeth after it has a meal. And unfortunately, Lisa is kind of the latter, it seems. So that's where I'm at.
Jeff Probst would have loved that analogy.
Why do you skip
Yeah.
the cast explanation? I
mean, that's how I feel about Lisa. Now, I won't be shocked if Lisa, for some reason, starts rising up edit-wise to be... Because, like, she's not playing... I don't think she's playing bad. I think everyone's going to disagree with me on that. I don't think she's playing bad. I just think she's playing super passive. If she steps out of, like, the International Shadows with Tommy, maybe she has a chance. I think she has to do that.
In a season like this, I think passive is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Australia
Definitely.
versus the world. It's not fucking. It's not Survivor 48.
True.
This
Yeah, that
season,
is.
the season has been called by many people Survivor on steroids. So if you're someone that's not on steroids, you're not gonna get the steroid joy.
Lisa is playing Survivor with sleeping pills.
I feel like
Yeah.
because like even like Shawnee and like Tommy, it's very clear they're trying, especially Tommy. I love every moment he's on screen. He's like the wholesome underdog in my opinion, because he's probably not gonna win, and that he just. I don't think this cast was fair to the guys. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think a guy is going to win this season, most likely. Out of those two, I just think this cast was not made correctly, and they should have made it 8-8, and I think we all agree with that in hindsight.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mentioned this in the chat as well. Between week 2 and week 3, I watched the interviews with Ricard and Nick, the Drop Your Buffs. These two are in fucking Samoa already. Why are they not playing? Why do they have them doing stupid interviews? And I know Ricard would not have been a popular pick for a season like this, but it still would have been better than nothing.
Honestly, I would have been hyped to see Ricard, and that gives you a lot of like new era outreach to go off of because Ricard's kind of a big new era player, and so you get some of the new era fan base into there. And Nick's a very beloved old school Australian Survivor player.
Nick would have absolutely fit on this season.
Yeah.
Like,
and if they had those two, I'm just saying those two because they're already in Samoa. Like they've taken time off work, etc., etc. So might as well have them play.
There's
right?
your 8-8.
And it would have fixed all the imbalances because both tribes would have been 4 guys, 4 women, and then the world tribe would have been 4 Americans, 4 internationals.
Yeah, like
It's so
I'm
easy.
gonna say this. Some people agree with me, and some people may. I think I'm gonna say I think that this cast was specifically made to try and have a Parvati slash David moment slash try to create Black Widow Brigade 2. Maybe. I'm putting a maybe on this because I am not convinced that they didn't know this was going to happen. I feel like they knew this was going to happen. Now,
I don't.
it's probably because
Congrats on your Parvati David moment. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, not a Parvati, but like I'm saying, like I think they kind of knew the Black Widow Brigade 2 was going to happen. They had to know if they were going to put Parvati and Suri on a tribe with two other females. I think what probably happened is that they did have 4 males and 4 females lined up, and something like batshit insane happened with the casting last minute. That I'm gonna say that maybe something happened. I don't know, but like
What?
I don't know. Okay, they just weren't thinking in the production room. They were just like, let's make the biggest season of Survivor in balance. Like, I guess
And
David
to be
had a
fair,
chance. Australia was more.
It's not. And to be fair, it's not necessarily imbalanced. Like, yes, Parvati Suri is like really the only connection you have on World Tribe. But when you actually think about it, the Parvati Suri duo is more or less. I don't want to say pointless, but it only affects one person now. Like, if Parvati goes, I don't think that means much for Suri's game. Whereas
No.
if Suri goes, that means a lot to Parvati's game.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like I don't think the season started with the imbalance. It just looks bad in high. Like the way things have played out, it does not look good. Like.
I mean, if the internationals had just gone with Rob at the first vote, we wouldn't be talking about any of this.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like to be 100% fair, every single guy except for Tony. I am not arguing. I think everyone can agree Tony just got fucked. Tony got extremely fucked. But every other guy eliminated them. Every other guy
Tony
eliminated.
basically got rocked out.
Yeah, like
Yeah, Tony got rocked out.
because I state this till the end of time. The internet, the world's tribe won immunity, and you can't change my mind. They won. They would have beaten Sarah. I understand that not all of them would have beaten Sarah, but Parvati and Cass would have beaten Sarah by a long shot. I refuse to believe otherwise. They got so fucked over. Tony got so fucked over. It wasn't fair. Like, because if you think about it, right? Like, what would have stopped anyone from throwing that fire making challenge on the world's tribe? I know they didn't do that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That challenge is inherently stupid.
Suri's lucky she didn't have to throw because she's bad at fire anyway.
That's true.
If she was good at fire, she may have thrown it.
Like, I'm stating this. If they ever do in Australia vs. the Worlds 2, I am requiring that they bring Tony. I don't care. His story's not finished. You somehow incompleted.
Tony retired.
Yeah.
Tony, like, there was a big thing in the Drop Your Buffs reunion where it was like Tony just straight up said to the camera, "Yeah, no, I'm not fucking playing again, dude."
He did.
I'm done.
Tony's not coming back.
Tony's done.
I don't blame him. I would be pissed.
Fair, I
would be pissed.
I mean, even though
he's 51. He's 51 years old.
He's 51 and he's a 3-time millionaire. I don't think he's gonna, like, it's not gonna matter to him that much.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, now maybe if he got
Mm.
invited on Deal or No Deal Island, then there's some Tony
Yeah.
content we could get. But I don't think we're ever seeing him come back to Survivor.
yeah, I mean, I'll
No.
say that if out of the 3 like American international players, if any of them were to come back, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be Suri. After 50, I think Suri will probably keep coming back. I've kind of accepted that
Yeah,
Suri
but
is addicted.
Suri's gonna play until she's 65.
But the thing is that she can do that, and she's
money.
proven
That
that.
fortune.
I mean, I'll say this: I think that Suri is like, out of all the like old school players that could keep playing, I would say it is her because she's proven time and time again that her challenge ability does not matter when it comes to pre-merge, except for heroes versus villains. That did not.
And even that was an idle play.
Yeah, even that was like she got
Yeah.
screwed over. She has never had a normal vote at. But yeah, I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah. Let's see if it happens this season. Or if
Yeah.
it's another fucky vote.
Yeah. All right.
I'll say that
yes.
the timeline that if
So-
she wins this season makes 50 so much more fun. If she somehow wins, the stakes of 50 are so much more.
We do have to keep in mind. I may have mentioned this in the last podcast as well. 50 is supposed to have 3 winners, right? If it's 3 tribes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And everybody's speculating that means one of Rizzo or Savannah won 49. What if Suri's the 3rd winner?
Oh God! No.
You know Jeff Probst doesn't care about Australian Survivor at all, but yes, that would be funny.
I mean,
Jeff's just
wouldn't
jealous that we're better.
actually,
be
wouldn't
us.
that fuck you to Australian Survivor? We took your winner. She's over here now. That honestly would be something he did. We took your winner
And now
made her
Suri has to do Suri has to do promo for 50 and pretend that she likes American Survivor more.
Exactly.
That would be so difficult.
They paid her $2 million just to say American. I have to imagine she gets paid like hundreds of thousands for every season she's on at this point. She probably has made more money than some of the winners. Most of the winners. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that would be funny for 50. I don't understand why she's on 50. I don't like. We gotta figure it out, guys. It's either she got voted out like very wackily, or she won Australia versus the world, and she's going to defend her title, and they paid her $3 million to lose it to an American, just so Australian Survivor doesn't matter. You gotta give up the title on American TV, Suri. We'll pay you $3 million. Nah.
Okay, I think we're good to close this episode off. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to tune in for when we do the final week of Australian Survivor, because I'm sure there's going to be some big moments leading up to whoever wins, and let us know who you think is going to win in the comments. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all next week.